All right, eighth grade math. You're going to have to solve for x and y, which if you look at this, it's impossible to know exactly what x and y are going to be. X could be 1, y could be 6, x could be 2, y could be 5. I could do this all day. X could be 1.5, y could be 4, 5.5. Oops. So when you start getting decimals, there's really an infinite amount of solutions for this. So how are you supposed to figure this out? You need a second equation to figure out exactly what is x and what is y. Like for example, you might have 2x plus y equals 10. Now you can figure it out. Now you have two equations, two unknowns, x and a y, two equations. That's enough to figure it out. But what's the next step? The next step is to eliminate one of these variables. And you do that by combining your two equations together by either adding them together or subtracting them. And you choose whichever one you prefer. Well, I wouldn't say prefer. You have to pick the right one. And the one you're going to use is the one that's going to eliminate one of the variables. So let's say we add or subtract these. First, you might be saying, what does that even mean to add or subtract these? It means to add or subtract all the like terms together. So it means add or subtract your x's together, add or subtract your y's together, add or subtract your numbers by themselves, your constants together. So do you want to do x minus 2x or do you want to do x plus 2x? It doesn't matter because neither one's going to help. The point of adding or subtracting is to get one of your variables to disappear. And when you have an x and a 2x, it's basically a 1 and a 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 minus 2 is negative 1. To get it to disappear, it needs to be 0. So if these aren't going to become 0, then add or subtracting isn't going to help with the x's. But it doesn't have to help with both. It only has to help with one. We just need to eliminate one of these variables, and it will help with the y's. If we add these two together, it's going to give us 2y. If we subtract, it's going to give us 0y. 1 minus 1 is 0. And that's what we want. We want one of these to disappear, so we're going to subtract. Now, you can't just subtract the y's. You have to subtract all the like terms. One equation minus the whole other equation. So this is 1x minus 2x, which is negative 1x. This is 0y, so that's gone. 0 is gone. They cancel out. And 7 minus 10 is negative 3. So if we want to solve for x, we have to get rid of this negative. You multiply or divide negative 1 to the other side, and you get x is equal to positive 3. So now we're halfway to solving our mystery. What are x and y? Well, if we know x is 3, we can use one of these equations to figure out y. You remember in the beginning I was saying x could be 1, y could be 6, x could be 2, y could be 5. We know that they have to add together to equal 7. So what goes with 3? 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. So y must be 4. Now I did that in my head. What you would actually do on your paper is you would substitute into one of these equations, say this one, and say x is 3. So 3 plus y equals 7. What is y? Subtract 3 to the other side. It's 4. Y is 4. X is 3. Y is 4. All right, it gets more complicated from there. You're going to have to create your own equations from a story problem. So you might have something like two cars going through a drive-through, and they're both ordering hamburgers and fries. So car one might order three burgers and 2 fries, and car 2 orders 3 burgers and 5 fries. So they're paying the same amount for burger and fry because they're in the same drive-thru. They're going through the same restaurant. And it's up to you to figure out how much does each burger and each fry cost. So the only thing you know is how much they ordered and what they paid in total. So car 1 pays $8 and car 2 pays $11. And that's the information you get. So on a test, it's going to be a big long paragraph with sentences, which I don't like to write. So I'm just giving you the basic information that you need here. How much did each car order and what was the total cost? And then you create your own equation from that. So here you say 3 burgers plus 2 fries equaled $8. So that's what you write down. 3 burgers plus 2 fries equaled 8. In car 2, it was also 3 burgers, and that actually looks like a B, plus 5 fries equals $11. Now you're right back to where we were before. Now you can eliminate one of these variables, and what you're going to eliminate this time is going to be the first one, the B, because they're both the same. So you subtract these two equations, and your burgers cancel out, and you don't have to use negative numbers. Like one of these equations doesn't have to be first or second. So I'm just going to write this like this so that when I subtract, I actually get positive numbers instead of negative numbers. So I'm basically put the equation with the bigger numbers on top. And then you subtract and you end up with 3 fries equal $3. That means the fries were $1 each. So if the fries were $1 each, then this car spent $2 on fries and $6 on burgers. So they must have spent $2 per burger. This car spent $5 on fries. So what's left out of 11? $6. So that must have been $2 per burger also. Just like the first problem, but you had to create your own equation. So I think you guys will be able to do these problems. They'll get a little more complicated, but I'll talk about that later. For now, try the simple ones. I think you'll be able to get it.